Silas.
Coming, Mrs. Bear.
Christopher Columbus. Here you are, Asia. What's all the excitement about?
We just stayed up again, too.
I only went to the village for an hour. You might think I'd been to China. Silas, take care of Andy for me.
Mommy!
What is it, Teddy?
Buttercup is in the onion pan.
Oh, dear. Getting quiet. This will never do. You know what a fuss Asia made the last time the milk tasted of onions.
I told her they were Tommy's onions, Mommy.
Every time she's hungry, she gets in our gardens.
She's always hungry.
She even ate my hollyhocks.
Well, if Buttercup is such a nuisance to you, I can sell her. Someone who wants to buy her pretty bad. We'll see that you take better care of her. Get her out of here quickly, children. Silas, you simply must keep Buttercup's gate closed.
Nan, that's enough for now. You may be excused.
Nan, is that the way you were taught to leave the presence of your elders? What a perfect lady.
Tell me, Joe, what did Mr. Reynolds say?
He was quite kind, but quite firm. And he reminded me that unless we have $5,000 to buy the house when our lease is up, he's going to sell it to a man who wants it. Oh, my darling.
No. There's nothing worth your tears.
I would lose all this. We worked so hard.
But why should we lose all this?
And I did not want to be abused anymore by Alex's homophobic language and his sexual harassment, intimidation, and bullying. As an employee, they said it was safe to tell them about abuse. I hear there's a no retaliation policy. I was terminated for doing just that. I told Shalise that I can't be in Alex's line. I did say if he had not told me to suck a bag of dicks, we would not be having this conversation. She said that was between Alex and I. She asked me if I would let the customer behind me move forward. I said no. She liked it. Now incest, well, good. Maybe something you've never experienced, but maybe something you've never experienced, but you get sick enough and you just kind of not care anymore about a majority expected. Up. Otherwise, you've been waiting around for, I don't know, about 18 months. It's been about 18 months, about a year and a half, a year maybe. Hopefully the audio's decent. I'm using a different headset than I normally would. My favorite and cheap. I could get rid of that right now. Stream's already started. My favorite little cheap headset's dead. Long gone and buried, and I'm using this thing. So hopefully the audio quality's coming through at least semi-decently. How have you been? Are you all excited for the ice cream social? I know our president loves his ice cream. I love my ice cream too. I hope you all love it as well. A lot of things have been going on since I've been gone for a while. Apparently, the internet's lost its mind. The world's gone a little bit crazy, a little bit kooky. Let me check my audio levels here before we really get into it. Okay, it sounds semi-decent. I'll take it. Weather permitting, the stream will be all right. Apparently, Minnesota's going to be blanketed with weather, but I am the weatherman, so I think I'll be able to handle it. How have you been, chat? Going by awfully fast. Try to pick out a few things here. Nope, my eyesight can't keep up with it. It's going by a little quicker than I expected. It's been a while. It's been a little longer than a while. Lots of things to talk about. Lots of world events and internet lore to go over, I'm sure. I will try my best to keep up with the majority of it as best I can. Now, some people have wondered about my stance on the coronavirus. I don't know, can I even say that word on YouTube? Are you allowed to? Susan, please. I'll send you 2 boxes of Franza to let me talk about this. But if asked, has your opinion changed, Jim? Have you changed your mind? No, I haven't. Not so fickle as to just change my mind. We're 18 months into this, year 2 of it, going into year 3. I'm fairly certain if you take a shit somewhere in the Australian outback, a kangaroo cop will hop on by to go through your fecal matter to see what strain you've got. The world's going off and on lockdowns constantly, people bickering back and forth. What are we approaching, 5 million dead? Corona-chan, our girl, has outdone Ebola-chan. I'm sticking consistent with my appraisal of the situation. Not a fucking thing has changed, in my opinion. I feel a little bad for people that are fickle enough just to have their opinion forced on them by others. It was unpopular in the beginning, still unpopular now, different group of people though. But I'm standing by our girl. She's a little bit batty, but goddammit, I love her. I have faith in our girl. So no, my opinion on that has not changed at all. I'm sorry if that disappoints. I'll have to keep consistent with it. I know consistency is a weird thing in this day and age. Everybody changes their opinion awfully quick. There's no problem, of course, with changing your opinion if it's something you actually want to change on. But I'd rather be like a tree rooted in the ground, choosing myself where those roots go, what branches I grow, rather than a leaf in the wind blown by the opinions of others. It's a little bit sad, to be honest with you. But I love a girl. I'm sorry, I can't change. I can't betray her. She's stolen my heart. It's going to stay there forever. You know, if you remember, I called it the forever flu. Well, we'll see how you feel in year 3 of it. We've got people like, Larry Brilliant, the epidemiologist that cured smallpox or helped eradicate it, talking in interviews about year 4 and 5 of this. Probably should make you perk up a little bit and pay attention. They seem to think it's not going to end anytime soon. It doesn't mean you have to be a fan of any totalitarian measures placed upon you because of it. But to dismiss it outright is a little bit foolish, I think. But nonetheless, the opinion is consistent, for those of you wondering. No, there's been some questions about my health. I'll get that out of the way as quickly as possible, because who wants to hear depressing things? Yes, I did get sick. Yes, I am still sick, going through the Clinomics program at Mayo to try to figure out what it is. For those of you unfamiliar with what Clinomics is, it's fucking research medicine. So that's always fun. Now, I know that some people have called into question if I have cancer or not. I heard that Mersh said that. In fact, you might want to be careful, Chad. I also heard that Mersh told people if you donate to me ever on any live stream I do, he's going to be very disappointed in you, very upset about it. And if you donate on a stream and it makes him upset, probably really piss him off if you head on by the Teespring store Buy yourself a nice shirt. I want to hear her screaming. I want it to shatter my windows. Make sure to get a hoodie, too, while you're there. Should have done a promo code MERSH, but God help me, the man's social media impact is like Chinese food. 20 minutes after he says something, you forgot he exists. I don't want to make fun of him too much. I want to make sure I got the right MERSH. This is the MERSH that saying happy birthday to Styx because he pulled something out of his ass and was embarrassed publicly. Is that the MERSH we're talking about? Or is it the MERSH that ran away from Baked Alaska when he got confronted in the street? Oh, don't mind me, Baked. I'm looking at the ground. I work with the city. That's why I can't look you in the eye. I'm looking for cracks in the sidewalk as I waddle away. I hear MERSH wants to start a weight loss program. More power to him. Always good to get in health. Keep that physique up, get in shape and all that. You know, he's well on his way. He's got a 1-pack from what I hear. It looks like he's pregnant with the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I guess that's what happens when your treat day ends in a Y, isn't it? But God bless him. He's out there protecting the people with his gun at McDonald's. He's gonna keep you safe when you order a Happy Meal. I'm glad to know that our brave MERSH is out there saving the world one person at a time. But no, MERSH, I wasn't faking the cancer, and I don't mind if people buy hats or donate. I'm sorry if that enrages you. It's a weird thing to get upset about, but whatever floats your boat. I guess if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. And we want you to be happy. Jolly and happy. Jolly and fat. At least that way you can supplement your income when Christmas comes around by LARPing as Santa Claus, huh? MERSH, why did you buy a BMW? Why did you buy a ghetto BMW that needs repairs? There's more parts falling off that thing than fucking limbs off a leper. I'm not sure what lemon you guys, like what dealership you walked into that sold you the lemon, but maybe just buy like a scooter. And then you don't have to spend $10,000 replacing a fucking 30-year-old BMW's parts. I don't know. Revenge of the Sis, MERSH. Well, there you go. I give you something to talk about for the next 5 weeks. You're welcome. You're welcome, buddy. God, who are we talking about? Oh, God. I feel like I ate Chinese food. I keep abreast of things that are going on. I mean, I hear things, and obviously there's shit that's out there, but I don't really, you'll find out, this is maybe something you've never experienced, but you get sick enough, and you just kind of not care anymore about a majority of things. It really just kind of rolls off you like water off a duck's ass. You just kind of don't give a shit. It's a fantastic feeling in a way. You're kind of willowed and hollowed out, and you could sit there and stare in the abyss, or you can roll with it. Should let it keep you down. Got to keep going. You need that Goku get 'em attitude. What a fucking age we're living in. A digital dungeon, a cyber panopticon. You know, there are things I can't even say anymore. None of us can. It started with words. Certain no-no phrases and words that you couldn't say, and so we had to be smart about it and work our way around it with euphemisms and memes and jokes and substitutions to find a way to express what we meant to say, because we can't say those no-no words anymore. But it morphed. It went beyond that. It started to change, didn't it? Now it's not just words that you can't say. Ideas or concepts that you can't even express anymore. We're being hemmed in, hawed in, wrangled, if you were. And what do we do about it? It's not much. Social media really has worked hand in hand with the government to sort of corral us and strip us of our ability to even talk about things. Step out of line and you're deplatformed, demonetized, depersoned. No more bank account for you. No more hosting platform for you. No more servers for you. No more DDoS protection for you. I mean, there's only so much you can build with your own hands. It's one thing to say, use a different website, build your own service, get your own servers, buy the hardware, run the company, build your own bank. But at this point, we're getting to the era where we're going to need to run our own country to be able to say what the hell we think. I'm going to have to move to like Tonga or something just to crack a few jokes that might offend people. And it's so bizarre. And you can kind of feel it. It's that intangible thing, isn't it? It's almost ethereal. It tickles the back of your spine, that little bit of despair, doesn't it? As you can kind of slowly see the world going crazy around you as people give in to this. What else can they do? Pushed more and more from being able to really express what you think, and using that silence that you're left with as a example of consensus. But it really isn't. You just don't want to deal with the shit. Can't say what you want to say anymore. Can't do what you want to do anymore. It's not the era we live in. This isn't some shit like cancel culture. This is deep. This goes to the root of it, right? The very soul of it. It's fucking tragic. You know, for years, decades, people have talked about this. I've talked about it, about what was kind of coming. And look where we are. Systems of control implemented almost at every level. Blatantly so, openly so. You have people like Applebaum, who 5, 6, 7 years ago was talking about how you can't trust hardware companies. Beware the intels, he said. They're putting in backdoors in the hardware for the government. And then the software companies, all working in tandem under the Patriot Act with the government to basically give access behind the scenes to social media companies, which are either coerced or willingly do it. Not all of them, I'm sure, are happy with the decision they've made. You can look at Jack's timeline on Twitter, and you'll see that he's tweeting some very interesting things. But the sad part is, Jack, once you willingly become a cog in the machine, you can't bitch about the smell of oil. It may offend your nostrils, but you willingly got in place. Now you've got companies like Apple talking about things that sound great at the surface, don't they? We're going to come up with an algorithm, a program for your phone to look for child pornography. We're going to make sure if you have it on your phone, we're going to match it to a database through a simple scan and then report you to the police. And who would ever object to that? Nobody likes pedophiles or child predators. It sounds like a great idea. Until you ask yourself, could the government do that? Could the police do that? Wouldn't they need a warrant to do that? But Apple seemingly can just do it because they decide to. And sure, something like that starts with something everyone can agree on. We all think it's bad, we all agree it's bad, and something should be done. But does it stop there? When you put a system of control in place, you usually want to make it appeal to people. You want to sell it to them as something that they can agree with, something they would never disagree with. Who could argue against it? But what if it changes? What if they say they want to start looking for other things? Maybe, conversations you're having. I heard that it was broached as a possible way of dealing with the pandemic to have phone carriers allow SMS messages from the government to dispel misinformation. But you need to ask yourself, one, how would they know what disinformation is being spoken of in text messages through SMS unless they're monitoring them? And why would they need to monitor everybody's text messages to tell you to go get a Fauci ouchie? It's insidious. It's a slow drip. It's how it's always been. And it gets worse and worse. The unfettered internet that existed, this playground for everyone,
flame! You win! You win! 開かねば勝利は見えぬぞ No escape! Why? Here comes the challenger! Come on! 今の究極の奥義を見せてやろうバトルチリュードロップ No escape! Why? Here comes the challenger! Come on! 受けてたとバトルチリュードNo escape! Why? Attack Attack 바둑 지류 드롭. Here comes the challenger. Hammer. 바둑 지류 드롭. 시야. 비야 비야. 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 비야 비야. 비야. 비야 비야. 비야. 소녀생. 싱크로바둑. You win! No escape! Why? See ya! See ya! See ya! See ya! Advance burger! Shoryuken! See ya! See ya! See ya! Advance burger! See ya! See ya! Advance burger! See ya! See ya! See ya! See ya! 昇竜拳シンクロ波動拳ビア波動拳新昇竜拳よ Here comes the challenger! Hammer! 受けただとバトルチリュードロップクックックッシリアビアビアビア発売新風逆ビアビアビアビアシリアシリア波動拳発売新風逆No escape! Why? That's what comes the challenger! Hammer! Battle! Chiryu Drop!